Greetings and salutations. My name is Yolanda Dawson, and I serve as the principal here at Arlington Classes Academy. We're so glad that you are able to join us today, and we'll be able to come and tour. And I'm sorry, I know I'm supposed to look at the camera, and then I'm looking here, so my eyes are kind of messed up. So be patient with me. But I just wanted to take this opportunity to let you know how much we appreciate the fact that you would want your child to come to ACA and continue their educational journey here. We're just going to talk about a few things and get those things presented to you. And then if you have any questions, at the end, you'll have an email. Also, we will have at the end of the month, a in-person meeting as well. So if you give me a moment, I will share my screen. Okay, thank you so much for, like I said, joining us. We want to welcome you to Arlington Classes Academy Middle School, and so thankful that you have chosen us as well to look into. We are a very well-known school. This will be our 22nd year, or close, yes, 22nd year, and in Arlington. It was started by parents, and we have a mission of Arlington Classics Academy is to equip a diverse student body with a comprehensive education, including a special focus on Western civilization. Students will develop a commanding knowledge of the origins of our liberty and the ability to sustain it through moral leadership. We aim to accomplish this goal through a high level of academic instruction and high behavioral expectations. So we are a diverse student body. We want to make sure that we understand that latter part as well as the beginning, as well as the end. High level of academic instruction and high behavioral expectations. And that is really the premise of ACA is to have that high level of academic instruction and high behavioral expectations. We want you to come here and work hard, and we have those supports needed for those students that need it. But we do ask that you participate fully and have a high academic rigor for that. So now the value statement here at the middle school, we value the 4 pillars, which are wisdom, vigilance, courage, and strength, to provide a safe, creative, and challenging learning environment. We aim to model and foster a growth mindset through our students, as well as our teachers and staff here at ACA. We are here to continuously learn, continuously grow. We don't hinder ourselves, but your student may struggle. However, we're fostering that point of them progressing through the struggle. So through lifelong learning and awareness of our responsibilities, each student will possess a willingness to make mistakes and utilize that as part of the learning process. Through academic stamina and high behavioral expectations, we believe every student will then grow towards independence before leaving Arlington Classes Academy Middle School. And we have had parents as well as students that have really, at the time that they were at the middle school, did not like the fact that the information was rigorous, the high behavioral expectations, but it catapulted them to when they went to high school, really being able to learn and grow in a challenging environment, to be independent, to get that homework in, to really understand the teachers and really help in continuing their growth through the high school and on into college. So this Arlington Classes Academy is a charter school. So ACA has all the accountability of traditional public schools. We have the STAR test. We don't focus on it, but we do administer the STAR test here along with MAP as well. We use that as our growth component as well, and continues to meet or exceed state expectations. So parents are key. We were founded by parents, so your presence is welcome even during this COVID situation. Your presence is welcome. Your participation and support are crucial. You know, we like to talk about the three-legged stool where it's the teacher, the parent, and the student. And then all of us have to participate in that in order to have success of the student. So we welcome and we ask that we have our parents' participation. And with that, you can be sure to get contact information, the correct contact information through Remind. That is what we're using at this moment to get information to parents. Also, make sure that you review the student handbook and the code of conduct with your child. Those are also posted on our website. Join the official ACA Facebook page. That is also access to our website through there as well. Become a school volunteer. You can go to, as we call it, the house, central administration, where you can also download it on the website, our volunteer form. So I encourage you, once you get accepted, once you get the call from being on the waiting list, or however you receive your information that you are coming to ACA, that's the first thing that you do is fill out that school volunteer application so that you can be a part of your child's educational journey through the school. Make sure that through the student handbook, you have the Parent Involvement in School Compact for more information. That also is at the end of the student handbook, where it gives expectations of the parent as well as expectation of the school, expectation of the student. Okay, thank you. Parent Access strives to make information about your child's school experience available to you through different forms. So we have our parent portal, which you'll get the code once you join ACA, be accepted into ACA. Teachers' web pages, and you can also get in touch with them through their conferences. Google Classroom. Curriculum is also online. You have access to that. We have books that you can have access to online that you go through the teacher's webpage, or through our webpage as well, through the learning management system, which I said before, which is Google Classroom. Safety is our priority. The safety audit with the Texas School Safety Center, we do every 3 years. We also have background checks for all volunteers. So if a person is volunteering at our school, that's why you fill out the volunteer application, because we do background checks of volunteers to make sure that we do our part for safety of the students at the school. Raptor is what we use for student safety. We screen visitors, and we also require a valid state ID, and that's usually the driver's license. In order for you to pick up a child, see a child, go have lunch with a child, you have to go through that particular process. So we want to make sure that ACA stays a good neighbor. If you've been around ACA Middle School, it is right off of Bowen. And if we have houses around our area, and we want to make sure that we are a good neighbor as far as our parents being slow, driving slow, not flying through here in the school zone. We've had some issues with parents going through the school zone. We also have a part where you're not able to turn in to the parking lot between 7:30 and 8:30, and between 3:30 and 4:30. So please adhere to that. We have officers out controlling that. So we want to make sure that we still are courteous to our neighbors. Do not park on their streets waiting to pick up your child. And please, when you drop off your student, to make sure that when you enter the street again, that you're courteous to all. So following all drop off and pick up expectations and guidance, always respecting the teachers and staff. So when we do have teachers and staff that are working the crosswalk, that are working the traffic flow. So please adhere when they tell you to slow down, when they tell you to stop, when they say go in this line, please be respectful of that. So how will my child be assessed? Well, like I said before, we do the STAR test. So through the Texas Essential Knowledge and Skills, which is available on that particular website. And we also do map testing. Now we have high school courses here. The students they are able in 7th and 8th grade to take particular high school courses. So with our high school courses of biology and algebra 1, you'll take an end of course state exam. So 8th grade will take, 6th grade and 7th grade, they take their reading and math, and 7th grade writing. 8th grade is ELA, social studies, and then the EOC, the end of course for biology and algebra 1. So ACA also provides the measure of academic progress, and that is the MAP testing in the fall and spring. We've also implemented in the winter as well. So they take it 3 times a year, and that is fall, winter, and spring. And ACA will use additional assessments within the classroom to monitor student learning. We also have 9 weeks exams. We also have concept checks. We also have formal assessment. We also have summative assessment. So we're giving the opportunity for your student to fail in order for them to grow. So if they are struggling, through these assessments, we're able to catch that early so we can give them the supports that they need for them to be successful. So our academic expectations is, and as you know, this high expectation. So it's an accelerated instructional model. So it's accelerated, it moves fairly quickly, a lot of information, higher level thinking, rigorous questioning. And students can do it, but you have to have the ability to organize and study and to keep your focus on the things at school, because most of our students do outside activities. So it is important that you are able to organize. And like I said, we do have, at the beginning of the year and throughout the year, we do have opportunities for students to learn how to organize, learn how to use study skills to kind of help them through the journey. So how can if I choose ACA, how can I maximize my high school credit, my high school journey, my high school experience through ACA? So I'm glad you asked that question. So to maximize high school credit opportunities for students, we have Algebra 1, Biology 1, Spanish 1, Spanish 2. Spanish 1 is usually taken in the 7th grade, Spanish 2 in the 8th grade, PE, and at least 1 elective. So that could be principles of business and management. It can also be computer science. It can also be communication. So you have an opportunity, music appreciation, theater 1. We have a lot of opportunities for you to choose. So that's what makes ACA separate from the rest, along with our great teachers and staff to help the students get to the next level. Students will complete many projects, learning the importance of peer collaboration, learning the importance of research, learning not to be plagiarize their work, the ability to use rhetoric in every class and discuss ideas politely and respectfully. We have logic 1 and 2, so to kind of really help students to think outside the box. Now, as we stated before, we have high character, high behavioral expectations. So we have the 4 pillars is what we have and what is called, and it's wisdom, vigilance, courage, and strength. We also have once your student is accepted into ACA, we also have a pillar project to where students receive free dress days when they have been seen exhibiting all 4 of these character traits. So we try to encourage and do different things to kind of help students to desire to have that high behavioral expectation for themselves, that motivation for themselves. So at the middle school, we expect the students to set the example for the younger students at ACA to follow through leadership and involvement in community service and clubs. Students will see how they can impact the world around them. So we do have a lot of leadership opportunities. We have student council, we have National Junior Honor Society, we have many different areas, Griffin, Goodfellows. We have different areas for our community service and different clubs. Here on the next page is name a few. We have PSIA, different robotics club will be added next year. Just many culture club, Odyssey of the Mind. We also have basketball, cross country, track and field. So those are a couple of things that we have for extracurricular activities here. So attendance is very important. State law requires that students be in attendance each school day for the entire period of instruction, unless otherwise absent for reasons noted in the law. And when you are absent, please make sure that the office knows, the center, the front office, the center knows when you are out and why you're out, so we can make the adjustments for you, and that your student will have the opportunity, if it's excused, to get work that they have missed. If a student accumulates more than 4 absences within a 6-month period, a doctor's note for each absence for illness afterward must be provided. So excessive absences, those are unexcused, for partial or whole days could jeopardize your child's ability to attend Arlington Classes Academy and or earn credit for classes that are high school credit eligible. So if your student is in a high school class and they have to be in attendance 90% of the time of that class. So if you are picking up your student every day, or we're on an A and B schedule, so every other day in that high school class, then they jeopardize getting credit for that class, as well as for your just regular classes here at ACA. In part of our high behavioral expectations, we do value the fact that a student learns best when they are present. And so we encourage students to be present every day. And we understand that things happen. Kids get sick, family issues arise. But for the majority of the time, we would like for your student to be at school so they can get the full benefit of an ACA education when they are present. If that becomes a factor, we will have a meeting with the attendance committee to see how we can best serve you moving forward. Okay, so we have 3 schools. We have primary, intermediate, and middle school. So primary and intermediate is down off on Arkansas, and we are on Bowen. So if you want to pick up your student, you are able to do that. Primary, you can do that at 2:45, because in case we have parents that have students that are in maybe all 3 schools, or just in one school and then the middle school. However it happens, this is good information to know that primary is 2:45, intermediate is 3 o'clock, middle school is 3 to 3:15. So we do have 3:15 up till 3:15 where you can pick up your student and get let in the parking lot by the officer. So now we know that technology is here and is here to stay, and we understand that. But what we try to do is limit the exposure at times for students in technology. So that might be the phone, the smartphone, the smartwatch. We do have one-to-one technology for each student for as a device, but those are used for educational purposes. So during the school hours, unless noted by a teacher, or if they're doing some kind of project or doing some kind of game, they need to keep their cell phone, smartphone, smartwatches in their backpacks. And if, we give them a warning, but after that, a $15 fine will be assessed if they have those items out without permission of the teacher. So our vendor for our uniforms is Meals. And they are usually closed on Monday, but after that they are open through the week, and they also have an online store as well. So that's our uniform vendor, and we have a dress code, standard dress, and that is because we look at going to school as a job, and that they are to do their best at their job. So we want to make sure that we have that student to understand that. So here's our clubs. We got the National Junior Honor Society, track and field, cross country. I got it. Told you that a little bit ahead of time. Chess club, PSIA, acapella choir, student council, robotics, which we will have next year, one act play, and Odyssey of the Mind, along with some other options that we're having sponsored by different teachers. So if you have any questions, you can email Miss, let me stop sharing here. Okay, thank you. So if you have any questions, you can email us at Arlington Classes Academy. Amy Murphy at acaedu.net. You can also go to acaedu.net, and that is our webpage, and you can get information for the middle school as well. So thank you so much. I hope to see you as a parent volunteer, and I hope to see your student here at ACA. So make it a great day or not. That choice is yours. Go, go, Griffins.